Hey guys, it's me David and welcome back to another LEGO set review. Today we have something so iconic, the LEGO NES or Nintendo Entertainment System. Basically where the console started was this right here. What we have today with Xbox, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, it all started back at the NES. Goes back a little bit further than that, but this is what really made consoles a thing. And man, is it absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to open this set. So this set retails for $230. I also want to thank LEGO for providing this set for review. Of course, this will be my full opinion. I'm not, being paid or anything by LEGO. It's ages 18 plus. Its number is 71374 and has a piece count of 2,646 pieces. So definitely a pretty in-depth build. I expect this set to take roughly about 5 hours to build, which for me is actually a pretty good amount of time. For anybody who's new, maybe if you're a Nintendo fan and new to LEGO, expect it to be a little bit longer than 5 hours. Turning this box around, as you can see, you get a different view of this set. I can't wait to review this. This TV, what it does, the functionality is just, when I saw what it does, I literally dropped my mouth. I had to call my girlfriend Meredith into the room and be like, look at this. Isn't this incredible? She, of course, rolled her eyes and walked out, but I thought this is amazing, and I cannot wait to build this. So NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, it's basically the console that Super Mario launched on, at least in its fruition of what we know it as today. So, there's so much history with this console and what it honestly led to in the video game world. I'm not going to bore you with that, but basically it's iconic. Pretty much any adult today knows what this system is. So I feel like because of this being an 18 plus set, if you guys didn't know, LEGO has announced in 2020 that any set that says 18 plus on it is meant for adults. That's what their target audience is. So this is an adult LEGO set. And they're really actually pushing that campaign pretty hard, actually. You'll see that in the coming months and even years to come, is that LEGO is serious about adults much more than they have been before. And this is a great example of that. Honestly, when we heard about the partnership between Nintendo and LEGO, I think a lot of people, when they thought of a partnership like that, thought of something like this. This is what the possibility of Nintendo and LEGO working together is. Now, I know some of you out there do enjoy the new LEGO Super Mario playable theme. That's definitely aimed at kids. Some of you definitely don't like what LEGO's doing there with Nintendo. But what we did get out of that partnership is this, and I hope we get more of this to come. I'm going to go ahead and build this set. I'm thrilled to absolutely put this together, and I can't wait to show you what it does here in just a few minutes. No time lapse. I'm just going to go right into this build. So let's see it, guys. All right, so here it is, the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES. Boy, does this thing look absolutely gorgeous in person. If you get the chance, if you have a LEGO store near you, I highly recommend just seeing this on display. You'll be very impressed by how accurate the size is to the real NES. Now, it is a little bit smaller, but only by a little bit. It's pretty close to scale. Enough that fans of a Nintendo will absolutely enjoy what LEGO has done here. So, fun thing I just want to mention is that there are only just 2 stickers in this entire set. Everything else, all this Nintendo stuff you see here, is all printed on the LEGO bricks. Even this, all of this is printed. So there is a lot of printed elements, even all the stuff here on the screen. So just keep that in mind that there's 2 stickers, and I'll point those out as we're going through the set. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the actual NES first, and then we'll go to the moving TV, or the moving image on the TV. I just really want to congratulate LEGO for just doing such a great job representing the NES in a brilliant way. This looks pretty much exactly how it looks. First, let's take a look at this controller. As you can see, there's a lot going on here in terms of what LEGO has been able to achieve with the LEGO bricks. So these tiles, for example, have printed corners, and they've reused the print around here. Same with these 1x1 tiles to create an outline around the D-pad. You have select and start right here with these buttons. Now, none of this actually moves. None of the buttons actually function. I guess you can kind of pretend it does, but they are all fully in place and non-functioning. Some more printed tiles here, A, B. Now underneath you'll see that you have some exposed Lego brick. I'm glad they've done this because on the front side it doesn't even really look like Lego. Even on the side it doesn't really look like Lego. It isn't until you look at the back side where you're like, oh, this is actually made out of Lego bricks. To someone who isn't keen on Lego or really familiar with all of this. Now you do have this big Technic tube. This is used in the old Technic pneumatic sets. So you have that kind of running as a cable, and it actually runs to this part right here. You can actually see how it connects in. And then there's two little hooks that plug in just like the real NES, and you'll see there's a 1 and 2 on the NES for players 1 and 2 that you can switch around and decide which one you want to get. Or you can get a second NES, get a second controller. Maybe you can find the parts off Bricklink, and then you'll have 2 controllers if you want to do that. So that's really cool. That's the controller. Now looking at the actual NES, as you can see, lots of awesome front details here. Obviously it's a big gray box, okay, let's be honest here. So it's not a ton going on, but for what Lego has done here, it's pretty amazing. All of this little detail around here, these printed tiles here and here. You have the reset and power. Again, the players 1 and 2 hookups for the controller. We have some gaps here on the side, just like the real NES. Some areas to plug in cables, some more areas to plug in cables. So the audio and video, this is actually what gets plugged into the TV. There's no actual cables to do that to the TV that's included in the set. Lots of tiles in this set. I cannot express that enough. Underneath, you can see there is just bare Lego. So again, I'm glad Lego did this. So people will recognize that it is actually Lego, not the real NES. But the big function here is when we flip this up, just like the real NES, there is a full game cartridge in here. You can push it up. It has this cool mechanism on the inside. Pull it out. What do you know? It's Super Mario Brothers Entertainment System, Nintendo Entertainment System. So this is pretty much exactly what the real cartridge looks like. There's even a little green bit for the card, the actual like card of where the game's on. So that's really cool. This is, again, a lot of tiles. Got a big 6x6 tile. Now this right here is a sticker. Remember how I told you guys there are, well, it's actually technically 3 stickers, but I consider this one big sticker right here, but there's 2, 3 stickers in the set. This is one of them. Everything else here, though, is printed on these tiles, which is really cool. Anyhow, so looking in this, there's actually some different colored Lego in this. It's not all just 2 different shades of gray. Especially when building this, you'll realize that pretty quickly. But it's actually really easy to put the cartridge in. You know, if you want to blow on the cartridge, you're more than welcome to do that. And then stick it in like so, and then it just goes down like that. And then you can close that up and start up your game, right? It's really cool, very accurate to the real NES. I'm very, very impressed with what Lego's done here. It's fantastic. All right, so moving to our old school television set that we get with the NES, this is where the fun begins, honestly. This is just an absolute achievement of what Lego has done here. I've never seen anything quite like this in a Lego set. So what am I talking about? It's this right here, this little lever. You can twist this around, and as you can see, Super Mario here will play the game just like how you did on the NES all the way back in the 1980s. So this is just incredibly impressive. As you can see, you can start Mario here on the start pipe, or you can just, you know, it depends on how you look at the game. The map is just, it doesn't really have a key start point, at least to my knowledge. I never actually played Nintendo 64, so maybe for some of you out there, you can let me know if that is technically the start of this particular map. I don't know exactly what this is being represented of. Maybe this is Lego's own creation, but as you can see, once we're going to this map, you have a Lego Super Mario 8-bit version of them. This is actually a brand new piece. Just want to show this. So here it is. It's its own new unique piece to this set, and it easily just kind of hops on that. You'll also notice there's a bunch of different details here. So let me go ahead and zoom in so we can clearly see those. But we have some little Goombas on a little half-slope tile there. We have some mystery box right here, some coins. Of course, we have the start pipe. We can continue on. More Goombas, star, you know, more mystery boxes, all of that jazz. I believe that's a super mushroom. maybe. Hard to tell. Again, I haven't played this version of Super Mario, so I wouldn't know everything here. But for those of you who have, you'll probably know exactly all of this. And it's incredible with the detail level on this. It's just so cool. This function is absolutely amazing. You can go pretty quickly with this. You can actually play the game really quickly, or if you want to take your time, you're a slow player, you can do that too. So really, really awesome. I think what LEGO's done here is just absolutely fantastic. I think it's really cool that there is a functionality where you can actually play the game. I should say. It's really just, turning this lever around. But looking at the actual TV, first off, there is a little channel knob right here that actually has a little stop gap, so it actually feels like you're changing the channels, which is really, really neat. There is some printed tiles right here. It says channel, a little different color right there. I'm not exactly sure which TV model this is based off of, but you have some different buttons here, UHF, VHF, on and off. This looks like different controls for the actual dimming of the TV. I personally did not grow up with this style TV. I did grow up with the very big ones, with the big backs, the tube TVs, but nothing like this. So I don't know exactly all of this. But you do have different little buttons. None of these actually function. Only the channel knob actually functions. As we look around on the back of the set here, you'll see there are some more areas of detail. So first off, you have those auxiliary inputs. It's unfortunate you don't get cables to plug in the NES directly, but they are there to kind of mimic the NES connecting into this. Just different little cable outputs right here. And then you have this fun Easter egg right here going on of a sticker that basically has bunch of the designer's initials, and I'm sure a lot of people who worked on the Lego Super Mario theme. I think that's what these all are here right here, are just like part of the Lego Super Mario team, are all these initials and numbers. I'm sure there's plenty more Easter eggs going on here. The booklet said there's 3 designers that work on this set, so I imagine these 2 are one designer, and then maybe that is another designer. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm sure the designers put their little Easter egg initials into the sticker. But this is a fun little Easter egg that you can break down yourself and see exactly what you think that is. Another function on the back of the TV is you'll see there's actually a, I don't want to say working antenna, but it does work. You can turn it around, and it actually has a little hook right here where you can snap it in case you don't want it just wobbling around, which is understandable. So that's really cool. On the side here, again, you have your little lever to make the moving image appear to be moving. And then over here, it's pretty blank. And then the last, kind of quote-unquote feature is the fact that you can actually lift the TV up and remove the stand. It's not actually connected to the TV itself, which I think a lot of you, especially me, I thought it was actually connected. But no, you can easily remove this stand. Comes with some really cool, unique colors that are kind of new into these Lego pieces. So if you don't want this stand, I'm sure you can use the parts of your own personal collection. But then you have just the TV by itself. And so there's what it looks like underneath. As you can see, there are some exposed gears right there. There's some areas for these gray plates or where the actual stand will slide in and hook into. Now, the last thing I want to do is just kind of pop off some of these panels and just show you how this mechanism works. All right, so now I have the 6x6 tiles off. You get, I believe, 8 of these. This might be in a new color for these tiles, so for those of you who wanted to know that. But now you can see what's really happening in this TV. There's actually kind of like a conveyor belt system with track links with these tiled sections individually connected to each track link right here. So when I start turning it, you'll now see what's really happening to play the Super Mario game, which is just really cool. This is a function I've never seen this in a Lego set, and I've been reviewing Lego sets for more than 10 years now, and I've never seen anything quite like this. Now, I have seen that a Lego fan made something very similar to this. Actually, Super Mario and Everything Beyond the Brick kind of covered it. But in my, look upon this has probably been in development for more than like a year or 2. So I imagine Lego came up with this themselves. And even though it's a coincidence that a fan had developed something very similar to this, I think this set was probably far in development.
before said fan actually came up with the design that we saw from Beyond the Brick. Anyhow, very, very cool design. I just think this is incredible how this works. It's an amazing achievement by LEGO. And what's really cool is it's not hard to actually take all of this out. So you can take this whole moving conveyor belt out very easily, much easier than you might expect. And if you want to design, you can modify and design your own map. And I've already seen this done by a friend of mine. His name's Nick Brix. I'll leave his video down below, or I think it's images and video. He made Duck Hunt on this TV, so it's very, very easy to modify this if you, as a fan, want to make a different, maybe a different Mario section of the game or just some other game, but you can easily modify this. I just want to make that known. So this is incredibly cool. I absolutely love what LEGO's done here. This is unlike any other LEGO set before. Well done. So there is one more hidden feature inside the television, which I think a lot of you will be surprised by. It's if you take the LEGO Super Mario figure, at the moment I have it off, I'll go ahead and turn it on. This comes with the LEGO Super Mario Starter Kit. You have to purchase that starter kit to get this $60 minifigure. It's the only way to get this big fig interactive LEGO Mario figure. But when you do get them, if you want to get them, this is completely optional. There is a hidden stickered barcode tile underneath this plate right here. Now, to get to this plate, you have to take off one of these 6x6 tiles and then remove this plate, put this one back, and then that will reveal the tile where you can put Mario on the TV and play the game as you have the original Super Mario music as you are playing. And then you'll notice, don't tip it over, but you'll notice there's actually some colors that spin around here that actually interact with the Mario figure because it has a color sensor right here. So it'll read those colors and actually interact the music with the game, which is another awesome extra level to the interactivity and functionality of this set. So that's really awesome. Keep that in mind, that that's also a feature, but you do have to buy the Lego Mario figure separately.
All right, so you've now seen the LEGO NES set. I think this is one of the best LEGO sets of 2020 so far. Now, we've gotten a lot of direct-to-consumer LEGO sets this year, especially towards the LEGO AFL community, or basically adults 18+. You've seen a lot of those sets aimed at adults this year with the Lamborghini, the Haunted House, the Grand Piano, and now the LEGO Nintendo Entertainment System, among others. LEGO has really done a great job appealing to the adults this year, and I think this is the best set out of them thus far. There's still, another 4 or 5 months of 2020 left, so there still might be some excellent sets coming out this year, but as of right now, as of making this review in August of 2020, I can confidently say that this is one of the best LEGO sets I have ever built, experienced, and have never seen anything quite like this before. I think the functionality of the television with the actual playing of the Super Mario game is unlike anything else from a LEGO set I've ever built before. And I've been reviewing LEGO sets for 10 plus years now. Nothing comes close to what this feature and function has. And the displayability of this is fantastic. It's a pretty compact set. I think it might be a little bit smaller than some of you might be expecting. The LEGO NES is a little bit smaller than the real NES, but it comes very close in terms of size. This, I think, is a lot smaller than I think some of you might expect, but I think it's actually still the perfect size where you can easily put both next to each other on a shelf and display it accordingly. Maybe you can put this in your office, maybe at work whenever people go back to work from the pandemic and all of that, but I do think this is a great display piece. And when people come over, whether that's friends, whether that's family, and they see this, they're like, wow, what's this? And then you start doing this, like, you're going to get some whoa reactions, because you look at this and you say, okay, it's a LEGO set, but then when you add this function on it, it becomes something else. I'm super impressed with what LEGO's done here, not just with all of the small details, not with just the amazing functionality of the television, but just the entire package coming in at $230. When building this set, I felt like I was building a $300 set. I don't always say that. Usually Lego overcharges Lego sets than what the actual value of the building or the piece count or whatever. This actually feels like a $300 set, like a $299 type of set. And I don't say that too often in my reviews, where I think this set should have been more money than it actually is. I think $230 is an absolute bargain for what you're getting here. I feel like the piece count is great, 2,600 pieces, $230, so that's going to make everybody happy with the 10 cents per piece in the LEGO community. And then I just think from an overall building perspective, there was like 22, 23 different bags building this set, which is something kind of unheard of at this price point. So it feels like you're getting a substantial building experience out of this set, and it's a fun one too. You get to build the NES and controller really early on, and then you spend a lot of time working on the television, and overall it's probably one of the best Lego building experiences I've ever had with a set in quite some time as well. So all around an amazing set. I highly recommend it. If you're just remotely interested in this set, it's worth picking up. If you're a Lego fan, get it. If you're a Nintendo fan, get it. If you're just interested in it because you think this function's cool, get it. I guarantee you, you will enjoy this set. Not only that, but I see this set in the long run, whenever this set stops being produced, maybe 2 to 3 years from now, this being an extremely high value Lego set among the Lego adult community. So even though it's $230 as I'm making this review right now, whenever this set decides to go out of stock and for Lego to stop producing it, I could easily see the set going upwards of $600 to $1,000 in the aftermarket. So keep that in mind. If you just have a remote interest, don't wait on this set. It is worth picking up now. Again, I do want to thank LEGO for providing this set for review. I know some of you might think that has an influence on my reviews, but I'm being dead honest. I really think this is a fantastic LEGO set and absolutely one of the best values of an adult 18 plus set that I've ever built. And I've built a lot of LEGO sets over my years, and I can definitely say this is a brilliant, brilliant set. Great job to LEGO, great job to the designers, and I think a lot of you who are going to pick up this set will absolutely enjoy what you get from this. If this was helpful, leave a like down below. Subscribe to my channel, guys. I have the grand piano, that $350 LEGO Ideas set. That's the next review up. So if you want to see that, hit the subscribe button. And of course, check out my other LEGO mock videos, my other reviews. Plenty of content here on my channel. Thanks, guys, so much. I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful day. Bye-bye.